back. It's week 2 of the Union Football Coaches Show. I'm Rick Coy, along with the head coach, Kirk Frederick, after Union takes on Broken Arrow. And we're going to first of all start with what a classically difficult football game for both teams. This was really hard fought, Coach.
Yeah, it was. It was a great game. Obviously you want Union to come on top if you're on this side of the desk, but really hard fought. I thought both teams played very, very well. Great atmosphere, even though the stadium, not as many fans the way things are right now, but great atmosphere. Broken Arrow did a really nice job of hosting, and then just some really tough physical play up front by both sides of the ball. And then, unfortunately for us, we came out a little bit short, but had a chance at the end of the game to win it, and just didn't get it done.
It was a lunch pail game. It was bring your lunch. And as a matter of fact, when we take a look at the stats, which we'll do right now, you'll see that the game was as close as that score indicates. Everything you do here, the one thing that really jumps out there, of course, is Kirk, your rushing yards. It's a really nice game.
Yeah, AJ, I think, had AJ Green, our tailback, had about 140 yards, a little bit over that. Really did a nice job in some big chunk plays that we had in our run game. Rovon did as well. And, the thing that probably jumps out more than anything was the turnovers. We had, it's not a block punt, but you might as well call it a block punt. The effort that TJ gave there was incredible, but that was the series that they scored on, and then you got the other fumbles. Those are the things that were so difficult for us, is to be moving the ball and then have those turnovers take place. But got to credit BA's defense. I mean, they're a little unorthodox and created a lot of problems for our guys up front. But offensively, I thought that we showed improvement.
There's no question. You always say you get better from game 1 to game 2 the most, and I thought you guys did that as well today. Certainly the running game. But is there something else you looked in there and thought, I'm really pleased?
Yeah, I thought, again, continuity in our offensive line was a little bit better. It's so hard to judge, like I said, when the unorthodox defense, which we'll see on video when we get through there, really puts our guys at a credit BA. But again, when you're talking about a young offensive line that's learning new things, and I believe we charted, I think, 66 out of the 68 plays were all blitzes. And so, for us, that's a lot for a young offensive line to pick up.
I have him. I have no way to have him. No, I have him.
Yes, exactly.
It goes back and forth. It's very difficult.
Yes.
Still, there have been some guys who really came out of this, are players of the game, and you have to start with AJ Green.
Yeah, AJ Green, again, I think he was averaging about 8 yards a carry. He did a really nice job. Proud of the determination that he showed. One of the things we talked to our guys all week was we were going to look for examples of guys that want it more, guys that want it more than the other guy. And I think we had some great examples. A.J. Green was one of those for sure on offense. And then defense, the deep ball defended by, Jakari Jenkins, Jackie. When the ball's in the air, who wants it? He had that attitude, I'm going to go get that ball, and obviously had a couple of interceptions, and Jackie did a really nice job for us on defense.
He also brought some leather on a couple of plays, too.
Yes,
he did a really nice job at defending the run, too, which was really great. And he's a big body. There's a lot to work with there, isn't there?
There is. And, kind of a converted receiver for us. And so he's learning more and more about that position. I told him, I said, you got more balls thrown to you on the defensive side this week than you would have on offense. So, but what a great attitude he has, and love seeing how Jackie is developing.
And then you talk about TJ Cowan. I mean, he did. Yeah. He really had to work back there. He did a nice job punting.
TJ did. We had a couple of errant snaps, and you talk about a guy that is really developing into a good kicker for us, but also just a great teammate, and another example of how bad do you want it. Was able to almost get a first down. The effort he showed after scooping that ball up, trying to rush, and broke several tackles. And again, he's a warrior that you want. And when you can say the word warrior and kicker at the same time, that's saying something. So TJ was our special teams guy.
And you've had some great kickers here, but you think about guys like Tress Way, who were that warrior as well, who, he's not doing poorly. He makes the NFL. And you got a guy who has that kind of attitude. Teammates treat him not like a kicker almost.
Exactly.
They treat him a little more like he's a linebacker, don't they?
Exactly. So proud of him, and so proud of the improvement we saw from our team. And it's definitely a loss. It goes in the L column, 2 weeks in a row. That's not where we want to be, but we also this one felt different than the week before. We saw improvement. We saw our team move forward, and I'm excited to see how they do as we move through the next week.
All right, we're going to go back and see the highlights. We'll do that coming up next. First half, Broken Arrow and Union here on the Union Football Coaches Show.
For more than 50 years, Central States Orthopedics and Eastern Oklahoma Orthopedic Center have been the area's leading orthopedic and sports medicine providers. And now, we've joined forces as Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. One name, one focus. Excellent orthopedic and sports medicine care. Together, we serve as the team physicians for almost every high school and university in the region. We are the area's leading expert for work-related injuries, and our surgical hospital is the only 5-star rated hospital in Tulsa. Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Come see why we're better together.
Hey Union students, show off your Union spirit by wearing Union gear, only available at the UWear store. The UWear store has athletic gear, clothing, and other merchandise so that you and your friends can look stylish while repping the U. The UWear store has the best quality items and is partnered up with major brands such as Nike, Under Armour, and even Champion. For a limited time, Union High School students who present their ID at checkout will receive 10% off all items. So stop by the UWear store today and reward yourself with some awesome gear.
Welcome back here on the Union Football Coaches Show. Head Coach Kirk Frederick, I'm Rick Corey. Let's get right to the first half highlights of Union and Broken Arrow and what turned out to be a pretty doggone warm night out in Broken Arrow, Coach.
It was. I kept waiting for that cooler weather, and I don't think it showed up. But great night, like I said, atmosphere. Love our spirit groups, really welcoming our team onto the field, and enjoyed, again, just felt like high school football, and that's always a fun thing. Start out right away, outstanding job by Shane Fields, hits the gap and makes a tackle for loss. I think we had about 7 or 8 tackles for loss on the night, and what a big-time play for a senior linebacker. They come back. We really like how Braden Fisher, finds the receiver, mans him up to the inside, does a nice job again on 3rd and long, and we bust a little bit of our coverage on the underneath cruise route that they have there, and their talented receiver makes us pay for it. We missed some angles, and man, that's tough when you give up one after you played a few really good downs of defense. Come back, Rovon tries to get away. Their defense does a nice job. Come back to the smash route, little corner route, and we're just off the mark there. Got to punt the ball away, and defense go back to work.
But they did work, and those guys worked all night.
They did a great job. I felt like it just really, making them earn every yard. You see MT inside at nose guard doing a really good job. Michael Thomas, the great play inside, making it tough. And, of course, Matthias in there doing a good job. The defensive front has been playing really well. Good carry inside there. Run a little counter play back inside. You see AJ in there getting up some tough yardage. Come back again, a little misdirection. AJ picking up a few more tough yards inside. A little misdirection here. Love the play. We come back inside and coming in to pick up the first down and a little extra effort. There's that one of those turnovers we talked about. Got to protect the ball in traffic, but their defender put his helmet right on the football, popped it loose, and unfortunately defense got to go back in on short field. They tried to go home run right off the bat, and I'll tell you right now, our guys came in there, did a great job. I thought Junior Smith was right there on point at safety. You can see there, he's almost, when you got 2 guys fighting for the deep ball, that's good coverage, and really proud of Jackie there coming up with that. What a huge turnover at a big time for us, getting the ball right back to our offense. Nice run inside. You got Tylen Pratt at center doing a really good job. Getting a nice block inside. You can see our guys up front. Again, Tasiah Dorn back on that side. There's Nate Marshall with a great pull and seals off the linebacker as we get that run. Here we come back. Rovon again, nice read. Was able to get out in open space. There's one of those big chunk plays with our running game.
And that's the thing they're going to give up when they go with that blitz, right?
There's exactly right. You've got a few of those. And when you got really 2 running backs in the backfield, you got a great chance of doing some of those things. Misread it there, and mishandle the football, and there's turnover again. Those are the things that we've got to correct. We've got to take care of the football. Jamari Ray with the stop there. The BA picks up some good yardage on first down. There's Braylon Fisher back in there. We got to get the ball carrier on the ground. Big tough running back. Guys up front fighting hard. Jackson Jennings in there. Really thought Jackson came in and played really well at defensive end. He's getting some good playing time and doing a nice job. Always tough to lose contain. That's one of the things you got to work really hard when you got a three-man front of making sure you get contained on the football. And we lose contain and get the ball down inside the red zone on us. But you can still see our guys battling tough and fighting all the way through it. Start of the second quarter. They come back. We sent a blitz there. I believe that was on second down, or maybe that might have been third down there. And then they missed the field goal after that. So another kind of rallying cry for our defense to keep them off the scoreboard. Here we go, trying to get the ball down the field. Got a little bit of pressure, a little leakage there. You can see right here, this is that play. I'm telling you, TJ Cowan, I love the effort. Does a great job. And for a second there, I thought he was going to get the first down. He scoops up an errant deep snap there and then comes out. But unfortunately, we misfit on a couple of runs right here, or a couple of tackles. Gets them into the 10-yard line. Defense needs to step up again. Unfortunately, we're just a little soft on that edge over there. Broken Arrow gets some good run into the boundary. Now we step up and make a big-time play. You can see our guys coming in there, Gabe Ford, some of those guys making a nice stop. And quarterback, again, kind of breaks the pocket on us. But you can see our guys fighting for every yard, trying to keep them out of the end zone. And they do a good job running the power play in there and get us in the A-gap. Come right back. AJ, need offense to answer, right? Big play happens like that. AJ comes back. That's a huge run. Starting to see him run with a little more confidence. You can see here, great block by Will Thomas on the outside, and then Micaiah Belt, and then even Shay Dan. Shay Dan with a great job. You got two receivers blocking, offensive tackle blocking on that. They do a really nice job with that. Get a little quick pop pass right there to Damon Sanders. Damon's played really well for us at tight end, and we're just off the mark. And man, what just a dagger to the heart there. Their linebacker makes the interception there, diving interception.
But when Matthias gets right after him.
Matthias comes in. Great job there by Matthias. There's a big tackle for loss. Outstanding job. You also see Shane Fields, Johnny Harrison, a lot of guys in there on the play. Matthias is there again. They run a little dump pass out there. Great job getting them out of bounds. See Big D Thomas in there at nose guard. Here comes Big D coming in and making a nice play as well as Matthias. You can see Matthias get to the quarterback. Okay. And then Big D come back across. Great job. That's a lot of weight coming in there at nose guard. Moving pretty good.
Guys moving, playing well.
Great block by Desai Dorn there on the outside. Gets AJ the ball. Look at the tough running AJ has there. A big, strong guy. A lot of speed, but a lot of strength. And able to just continue to push. Good camera work here. Doing a great job, Shay Dan. Again, a receiver. Getting a good block and getting positive yards.
He just wouldn't give up.
Come back with Junior, a little bit of stretch play. Another good block to the outside there. Damon's out there blocking, leading the way. You can see to that side, Micaiah Belt kicks it out. Big Shady out there as well. Guys doing a really good job with it. Get the ball out to Micaiah Belt, again with the nice, about a 15-yard reception. Rovon does a good job getting in the ball. Inside the 10, let's see if we can make something happen. Big Will, great pull up inside. Rovon gets the ball down to about the 2-yard line, but Will Thomas, again, really nice job getting it in there. And then we punch the ball in and get us a touchdown.
Really felt some momentum there.
We really did. Now defensively, we've got to come back. This is right before the half. We talk a lot about the last 4 minutes of the half, and we want to try to do everything we can to get the ball back and try to score in those 4 minutes. So defensively, we've got to step up big.
And that's a big hit right there.
Big play, good momentum swing there to get a stop after a touchdown, and then here we go again. Nice job. How about Bohannon out there? Great job, number 14, wide receiver. Nice block there to end the half. We're down 7, but we feel real positive about the way things are happening.
You know, it was hot, so you liked halftime, but man, I really felt momentum on that drive. I'd like to have another minute or
Yeah,
so.
it would have been nice to have a couple more there. And again, it's the turnovers that were killing us in that first half.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to take a look at the second half highlights. This is a hard-nosed game. It's Broken Arrow and Union next on the Union Football Coaches Show.
My dad's always saying a little extra effort now will really pay off later. Here's how you can put in just a little extra effort and help out our schools in a big way. Just switch your checking account to TTCU. It's easy. You get $150 just for switching. And every time you use your school pride card, TTCU donates to our schools. So far, over $1 million. They're the only ones doing that. So make the switch to TTCU and be the person who's making a difference for our schools.
Back again on the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey along with the head coach, Kirk Frederick. And we're going to get right to the second half highlights of Union and Broken Arrow. It's 14-7 at the half. But, Coach, a little bit of what you covered at half?
Yeah, we talked about our guys. Obviously, we wanted to try to pick up right where we started. Where we ended that half and try to get going right away. We get a nice run inside this first possession. We really want to make this one count. See a big Will again. Good play design. Rovon getting the ball down the field. He gets to the edge just a little bit. Really good block again to the outside. Got some positive things in the first couple of plays. AJ hits that hole hard right there. Love that. A little bit patient, and then when he sees it, he jumps right in. Good block to the inside there. Love the way the guys up front. There's a few things we can do that we can really build on in the way we see things. There's the way these guys are blocking up front. You can see Marley and Will taking the guy out of bounds over there. Those kinds of things we're going to be able to build on. Those are things that we didn't see in that first game and the improvements that we have. Got to come down and fit a little bit quicker there at safety, but again, good job with our guys forcing it to the safety. Comes in and makes a play. Big guys up front, battling tough. Broken Arrow's battling tough as well. And then, man, we pop a guy free through there and get a great stop. You can see Gabe Ford coming in there from that one side, and then I'm trying to see, it was big MT and Gabe both A gaps. Those guys did a really nice job making a nice play there. Shane Fields comes in, does nice force on the quarterback off the boot. Does a really good job. Come back and, man, just tough breaks. Got to take care of the football. And those are things that I know we're going to improve on.
In that case, he's still got it in both hands. He just happened to get a hand right on it.
Just got to get it, and you got to credit Broken Arrow for creating those situations. There's defense comes right back in, and you talk about an exciting time right there. How about Jackson Jennings comes in, forces it out. Braylon Fisher comes up with it, and I believe that's twice during the game. Had the interception by Jackie and just back to back. A lot of fun, a lot of energy on the sideline when we can feed off of our teammates. AJ gets a nice run to the outside. Come back again. Here's Junior. You have to see a few more carries out of Junior Smith, and I really think he's a quality tailback that again can give us some good playing time at that position.
And just different enough from AJ to create a problem.
Exactly. Get the ball out. Get a nice sprint out play. Rovon does a good job throwing the ball when he's out of the pocket, and we get a nice throw and a nice catch right out there to Shadan. Unfortunately, we missed a little bit of the blitz when they come from the boundary side. Did a good job of bringing their corner into that look. Try to get them down the field, try to make them pay, and we're just off the mark just a little bit. But again, a couple of those big plays. Once we start connecting with that, I think we'll start to see them loosen up. Defensively, guys continuing to battle, play tough. We know it's a one-score game. We've got to get our offense the opportunity as much as possible. And then field position is a big deal. Not having to drive it all the way down the field. Give our guys a short field to work with is something that our defense is trying to fight for. Good job there by Shane. Braylon Fisher again. Got good blitz to the inside. I really like the way our guys are playing the deep ball down the field. Doing a good job. You see Jaden Rowe in there. Did a really nice job. And a little bit of a scramble drill. What a great catch by the wide receiver at BA. Just took our eyes off for a second. Makes a one-handed catch that kind of extends that drive. Here we come back to the deep ball again. Johnny on the spot, right? Or Jackie on the spot, I guess. So Jakari Jenkins with another turnover. They come off that edge, and we miss the blocks on the run play. Come back, try to get the ball out to the outside. Nice snag there at the ground, but unfortunately, we're just not able to get anything out of that drive. Defense back against the wall. You can see again our guys. There's Jamari Ray coming up, making a nice play with Jackson. Got a blitz coming off the edge there by Braylon. Good coverage to the outside. I believe that was Caleb Kalo with the nice job with that. Big play here by Damon. Really strong. He's gained a lot of strength in the offseason, gained some weight on that frame, and has got a chance to be a really good football player for us.
Yeah, you really feel that, again, the momentum start right here. The great effort.
Great effort, breaking some tackles, good pass protection by Nate Marshall inside, picking up the block, and then good delivery there by Rovon. Run the football with AJ. We come back, get the ball out to the outside. And here's Damon again. Good determination. We talked about let's find times where we want it more than they do. And you're starting to see some of those things take place.
Marley's waiting right there.
Right inside. Great job by our D-line. Really good job of playing. Good football. Man, unfortunately, we just miss again. And these are crucial when you're looking at a fourth quarter and you're looking for field position. We've got to play a little bit better gap sound defense. Guys up front battling. There's Matthias again, doing a nice job of creating problems for the running back.
And he really had nowhere to go.
Bring some pressure from the field, and just miss the mark there. We've got to do a better job tackling. I thought we improved from game one. We weren't very good tackling in the first game. This game we were a little bit better, but again, showing improvement. Just got to get better at it. Guys are fitting pretty good. Got to run our feet, and you're talking about a long, hot night now. I mean, you're talking about some guys that have been out there a while, and then you see Kalo come off and make a great play. I love that. Beats the block, and what a huge play for Caleb. Team captain is doing a really good job for us. Rovon just trying to get something out of it, brings it down, and we're sitting here at getting towards the end of the game. Got to get the ball out. And unfortunately, we just can't come up with it on that one, and the end of the game. But again, encouraged. We definitely don't want any moral victories by any means. We know the kind of program we have here, and the program and the expectations we have. But we did see improvement, and excited about the weeks to come.
And there's a reason they call it a game of inches. You fit a gap a little differently, or a guy misses the swipe at the ball. But you see spots in here where you can build on that. And it's the one play you have to get rid of rather than add a bunch of others. I would think that would be encouraging.
Yeah, I think you're going to start to see us, some of these small victories within the game, start stacking those up, and it may turn into a pretty good football team.
I think that's exactly what we're hoping for. And we're going to see if we can't look at some really cool pictures from this game, and we'll talk about next week's game. Maybe you've heard of the matchup, Union and Jenks. We'll do that next right here on the Union Football Coaches Show.
Are you out of high school and looking for a career? At Tulsa Tech, you can explore exciting opportunities in IT, aviation, automotive, manufacturing, visual arts, and more. And Tulsa Tech offers a tuition-free scholarship for adults 18 to 23 years old. That's what I said, free. It's called the Accelerating Independent Scholarship. It's like fast-tracking into a career you love, can make money in, and a career with a future. Find out more about Tulsa Tech's Accelerating Independent Scholarship at tulsatech.edu.
Back again here on the Union Football Coaches Show. Rick Corey along with Kirk Frederick, the head coach of the Redskins. Now, the first thing we want to do is get to what we call up close and personal. We got some wonderful pictures by Dean Etchison.
Yeah, it's good to have Dean out there. Always love having him around. Does a great job. Love his commitment to our program, because these kids, they just love seeing these pictures, and we love seeing them too. You see, there's Shane Fields, senior linebacker, on a nice stop at the beginning. Here's that offensive line, Sunday Ola. There's Pratt, we talked about, Nate Marshall. Again, those guys are starting to gel just a little bit better. Coach Pearson's been with us for a long time. You can see Tasiah Dorn, AJ Green. Coach Pearson coaches our linebackers, our guys in there on the TV, seeing the last play, getting it coached up. There is Big D Thomas, sophomore nose guard, and of course Jaden Rowe coming in from the corner position, a junior, doing a good job. Love the pick there. It almost looks like it's coming off the diving board, doesn't it? Yeah. And there's Matthias Robertson doing a nice job getting pressure on the quarterback like he has. We love this play. This is that A-gap where you got Gabe Ford and Michael Thomas, MT, in there with a nice hit on the tailback. And then this is that forced fumble by Jenkins. Jenkins does a good job. Braylon Fisher, young sophomore, again, going to be a really good football player. That big turnover that we had down in the red zone, great job with that. How about Marley? Marley, what a warrior. He's playing both sides of the ball, doing a good job in there on pursuit. And, of course, you see MT and Gabe Ford as well. Caleb Kalo, what a great example of good leg tackle. Comes in there, good job. Jakari Jenkins in the background, and so proud of that. Also proud of this young man, Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz is the teammate that unfortunately we lost at the beginning of the year with the tragic car crash, and so we've done some things to try to honor him and his family. Really just a devastating loss for that family, and we remember Juan by having the number 98 on the back of our helmet. At a school like this, you get a lot of duplicate numbers. I imagine a guy that does play-by-play, that's tough. And but Juan was number 98 as well for us, and we're glad that we can honor him in little ways, and one of those ways is to have his number on the back of our helmets.
First of all, it's a classy thing to do, but secondly, what it really proves to me is in a program like this one, you have so many guys whose names may not be that familiar to you. Mm-hmm. But they were Redskins, and it was important to them, and they were important to your team by what they presented in practice and their attitude and all those things.
Yeah, Juan was definitely one of those things. You didn't have to search long to find words for him because he first got here every day. I mean, all summer long, he'd be waiting on the coach to unlock the door. And I love being a Redskin, love being a teammate of these guys, and just cared so much for our program.
All right, so now it's time to look forward a little bit, and that's to the game that, well, you know what, this is unique in that we're going to be playing Jinx, okay, and you've done this, I've done this, we've done it a lot. Haven't done it there since 1998, the last time Union was at Jinx. Is that going to feel foreign?
Yeah, I'll tell you, that was probably one of the games people point to that kind of started the rivalry it was such a great game. Everybody wanted to see it twice, and it kind of moved throughout the years. And most of those games were at the University of Tulsa, so more people could see the game, and it just never has made it back to Jinx. And so here we are with an opportunity to go back. Our kids have played some JV games there, but we have not played over there since 1998. So it'll definitely be different. But in the end, it's a 100-yard field between the lines with those guys. The rivalry's still there, and we're excited about it.
And it's Allen Trimble Stadium, and that
right.
gets you excited alone. When you see them, and I know you've seen them already a little bit, what is it that's impressive?
Well, the quarterback is really good. He's a guy, just seems like they always have a number 9, right? I mean, every year there's a quarterback that does a great job, and Kittleman is outstanding in what he does. Their offensive line is playing very, very strong, and then they've got a tough tailback in the Lohr kid. His dad played there on the defensive line, and I think it's his dad or brother, but I know it's Ken. But just an outstanding tough-nosed guy. And then defensively, man, they're just creating all kinds of plays. They do a great job in their schemes. It's the Jinx team like you always have, and then you've got to play solid football. This game will be decided by probably 5 or 6 plays on one side or the other.
It's going to be a lot of fun, and there are some specific rules about being there and that kind of thing, so make sure you check before you just head out.
They're not going to have tickets for sale at the game, so you've got to get them obviously during the week and before they sell out, and things are selling out so fast right now with the restrictions on how many people could be in the stands. But you can tune in and see it streaming. You can obviously pick it up on the radio with KRMG. So if you're not there in person, I know you'll be there in spirit.
Yeah, don't worry. We'll make you feel like you're there, I can promise
That's
you.
right.
And we'll bring it to you next week. The highlights of Union and Jinx, that's next week here on the Union Football Coaches Show.